Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I haven't been around a while, but those that know me know I'm an extreme empath. So I've been feeling the changes in the frequencies and all of that shit to an extreme, to the point where for myself it's best that I kind of try to stay away from every situation and away from people as much as possible, because I absorb everybody's energy and it's been complete overload for me beyond. So I decided to take a break. I've gotten messages and people reaching out about a lot of things that are going on. I'm well aware of what's going on. If you guys are new to this channel, watching this video for the first time, you can go back and listen to all my videos. There's not that many, maybe about 15, I don't know, and they're pretty short videos where I explain what to expect in that month, what's going to happen, what you guys are going to be going through, what you're going to feel, and some tools on how to deal with what's about to unfold for you. Okay. For the most part, everything that I discuss in other videos are still happening, but at a rate that your brain can't comprehend anymore. There is no, I don't even, this is I think this is the hardest video I've ever made because I don't even have the words. Let's start with sleeping, okay? I'm going to go talk about that again. For some, not all, some are not there yet, but like I said, pay attention because you will start to experience it. And I know some people, friends of mine, that have reached out, that they're going through that right now, okay? The whole thing with not being able to keep your eyes open and just falling asleep. Like I said, it's like, I've spoke about this before, but it's ridiculous. There is no control over it anymore. You have to sleep. Bottom line, don't matter where you are. You could be parked at a red light, like I said before, and you just have to close your eyes and go to sleep. I've been getting waves of that, like here and there, and it maybe lasts for about like 3 minutes, and then it go to the point where I'm slurring my words. But then it goes away, and then I'm, back to myself. So I kind of passed that stage already. That was happening to me, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, where I couldn't keep my eyes open, sleeping in the afternoon, napping. All right. Now it's where you sleep for a couple of hours and you feel like you've slept for days. You're not well rested, but you're not tired anymore. Your brain knows that you need to go to sleep. Your body knows, right? You've only been sleeping 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but you're not tired because you're not tired. And then 2-3 hours later, it hits you and you're like, boom, you're out, gone. For me, nighttime, although I get really, really tired and I'm ready for bed, like I said, I could sleep an hour and then I'm up. In the daytime, I get the best sleep. Night, it's all restless sleeping. I don't wake up well rested. I feel like I got my ass handed to me. Okay, just trying to sleep through the night. And then as soon as the sun comes up, it's really easy for me to fall asleep and get like a solid 4 or 5 hours sleep where it's just comfortable. So the best way to explain it, I feel like night is day and day is night, right? That's one thing. And you know what? That's really, really hard because sleep is so important. But it just feels like a continuation, like a kind of Groundhog Day thing. It's just a continuation, like the movie Groundhog Day. And because of it, you find it really hard to make any kind of decisions, to pretty much function, and you get overwhelmed with just a simple little choice. Or if somebody just asks you a simple question, you kind of like, you just can't put the shit together in your head to even respond. It's difficult. to concentrate on anything, the smallest thing, going into a store and trying to decide what you're going to cook for dinner just becomes overwhelming, and your brain doesn't make the connection to make a decision, a choice on anything. So you kind of have to like step back and give yourself a little time, and then okay, with that, I want to get into the same thing with the time. Not everybody's experiencing this yet. If you go back to a couple of videos that I made, I don't even know, maybe about like 2 months, 3 months ago, I discussed time breaking down. Some of you are starting to experience, and those that are not, like I said, I hate to sound like a broken record, but I need to. You will experience this, where there is no conception of time, what day of the week it is, sometimes what month. The month is just flying by, it's going so fast. But there's no conception of what day of the week it is. If you try to remember something that you did, you can't recall if it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because they're kind of all colliding into each other. If that makes any sense, it feels like one long day with little marker points where it stops and continues, stops and continues. I'm trying to explain this as best I can. It's not easy, okay? So you think back and you're like, was that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? And your brain does not understand the days of the week anymore. I mentioned in another video where, for me anyway, being an empath, and those that are empaths, there's a feeling for every day of the week. Monday feels a certain way, Tuesday feels a certain way, Sunday smells a certain way, Wednesday tastes a certain way. That I've been like that my whole life, and I know that a lot of empaths feel the same way. We're not making that connection anymore. Like, if I try to remember something that happened on Monday and it's Friday, and I really can't remember, I look back and try to remember the feeling or the smell or the taste, and that's how I'll know what day of the week it is. I can't do that. It's gone. It's just is. I don't know. It's just getting all kind of bunched together and feels like one long ass day. Okay. So you guys are going to start to experience that. My advice on that happening, okay? Don't go crazy trying to figure it out. Don't beat yourself up. This is a normal process, okay? It's a normal thing. Time is just ceasing to exist. It's going away. Your brain does not make that connection no more, therefore it's not important, right? Just go with it. Because the more that you sit there and go, was that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? What the hell's going on with that? You're staying in that moment. You're trying to latch on to that conception of time, which is an illusion anyway. Okay? So it's breaking down. So you just got to kind of go with it and go, well, for the most part, I'm like, I don't know what day it was, and I don't remember what hour it was and whatever, but I know what happened. Okay? And this is the way it happened. So I try not to get too into that, because I'm accepting the fact that my brain is forgetting the conception of time being a real thing, which we know is not. So go with it and understand. Those of us that always said, well, we know time doesn't exist, we still go by that, right? We still go by it. Just let it go. Let it go. Your body, for the most part, is on autopilot. It knows what time it needs to do this and needs to do that. It's really not that important. Just go with it. A lot of you have been feeling anxiety, panic attacks, just being nervous, constantly nervous. You're picking up on other people's energies, right? And I had Steve Wheely reach out to me this morning and had said the same thing. I've spoke about this in prior videos. I gave an example, like for instance, you're in a grocery store, and all of a sudden you start picking up all different energies, and you're just getting this anxious, nervous feeling. You can't concentrate. You're picking up other people's shit. I also said that don't make eye contact with people when you walk into places, because when you do, even though you're gonna feel the energy anyway, you're gonna feel it anyway. But when you make eye contact with people, or just, you don't even have to make eye, you just look at their faces as you're walking by each person, you're gonna feel it 10 times more. You will. Not saying it's gonna alleviate, but you're gonna feel it a lot more. Avoid public places if you can. Avoid public places, because it's really, really difficult. And those people that do not know what to do with that negative energy coming off of the bots, their bodies start to react to it. 1 second, I just have to drink some coffee. Okay. Now let's get into, I just want to get into something else. I spoke about the bots before and how everything is becoming transparent. They're all becoming transparent. You can fucking, you can spot them a mile away. You know which people are real. They have a certain warmth. I mean, they don't have to be nice people. They could be mean people or agitated people, but if they're real, you still get that sense when you're near them that they're real. The bots are so easy right now. There's nothing. You just, for those that know what I'm talking about, right? It's so transparent. I spoke about a while ago in a couple of videos where the bots had this like animosity towards us. They know that we're not like them. They know that we're real. And they would just kind of like attack you energy-wise. They just have this hate, and you could feel it. And I also mentioned that I noticed that they're starting to attack each other. Bot and bot are starting to attack each other. They're driving crazy. They're crashing everywhere. It's like they're short-circuiting. For those that did not experience that yet, oh wait, that's fucking crazy. And that lasted a while for me anyway. But now I'm at the point where most of you are anyway, that you're noticing. The bots don't really notice you anymore. They don't make eye contact. To them, you're invisible. You're on a different frequency than they are. They will walk into you, slam doors in your face. They don't even know you're there. Just like I had a bot crash into my car yesterday. Because obviously he didn't hear the horn, and he was maybe what? How many feet near us? Beb?
10.
About 10 feet, and just kept going to whatever. They just don't see us. We're not resonating on the same frequency anymore. So you can test it yourself. You can walk into a place, and there could be maybe 40 people, and out of the 40 people, 3 people will actually make eye contact with you, and the rest don't even know you're there. Don't even fucking know you're there. And they're getting on each other's nerves. There is chaos everywhere. I could feel it. Those that empaths could feel it. There is this feeling in the air of fight, war, like fucking madness. But yet you're calm, but you could still feel this energy going on. They are actually destroying each other. They're starting to get on each other's nerves. Well, like I said, they're not noticing us no more. So the attack is not on us. Now we're just watching them destroy themselves. It has been crazy, completely crazy. I also made a video about running into oneself, where I explain how we resonate on this frequency, and there's a frequency so close to this one, and they're kind of colliding into each other. I'll try to explain it again. It's like you put something down, you walk in the next room or whatever, and you come back and that thing is completely gone. Completely gone. It shows up a few days later, sometimes in the same spot where you left it, and sometimes in a bizarre spot where you would have never put it. we would have never left it. Um, you can say something like, I'm going to go in the kitchen and get something, and you didn't, and turn around and that something is right where you are, like as if you went and got it and put it down. It's just there. I would give you an example, but I'm not gonna. I don't really want to get into it. For those that are going through it, and know what's happening. Shit is just disappearing and showing up in different places, different day. Short circuit. Go with it. I laugh about it, even though I still question it. I'm like, but how? But what? But. For the most part, I just kind of, I understand that. But the brain is hard, even though as souls we understand what's going on, but the brain still needs to make sense of things. Needs to have logic. I don't want to get into another thing. I don't want to get into the dream thing too much because I made a whole video on that pretty much. I know a lot of you are having really kooky, weird kind of dreams. Pay attention to them. That's the only thing I can say. There's a lot of messages in your dreams, especially if you wake up in the morning and that feeling of that dream still stays with you. Try to look at what the message is. Synchronicities are it's the new norm. Synchronicities are just the new norm. It's not even weird anymore. Even though we say, "Oh my God, that's so strange. What a coincidence." Oh, look at that. It just became normal. All right. So basically, I'm trying to remember. I didn't make any notes on this, but I think the most important message that I'm trying to get out is that I know it's hard. It's beyond hard. Beyond. Those that know me personally know that for the most part, I'm a pretty quiet person. I don't complain about anything. I just don't. I don't really say something, say anything about it. And I've been going through hell. For the most part, all day long, is a constant thinking, a constant feeling, a constant this, that. But sometimes it gets really bad for me, like really, really bad. Okay, and I don't really say much about it. I just go through it. I just try to work it out. And I know that all of you are feeling it. It's hard. No one's going crazy. This is really happening. Things are changing. Time is going away, and it's time for you guys to really, really believe what you think you believe. Oh, well, I know that we're a frequency. I know that everything's made up of frequency. I know that reality is an illusion, blah, 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 blah. It's easy to say that, but it's completely different to actually believe it. And you can say, well, I do believe it. No, you really don't. Because if you did, these things would not be tripping you out as much as they are. It would trip you out for a second, and you go, okay, I get it. It's a normal thing. It's normal. You'll understand it. Some understand what I'm saying right now, and some are not there yet. You guys need to really believe that you are not what you see in the mirror. We are souls. We are energy. We are God's creation. We are thought in His mind. You are not a human. You're not. This is your vehicle. If you have to remind yourself that every fucking 10 minutes, then do it. You have to reverse your way of thinking. Wow, this is so trippy and all this is happening. Yeah, it's normal. All of this is normal when you understand what you are. Like I said, even though you trip out, and I do too, I short circuit, but then I bring myself back and I let it go. I just don't say anything. I just take it in and understand it, okay? Because I'm still having a human experience like all of you. do the best you can to calm down. And I know that's difficult, but I've mentioned before, go for a run, go ride a bike, go on a treadmill, do something when that energy becomes so overwhelming that you're getting a panic attack or you're grinding your teeth, or some people bite their nails. I know people that pull out the hair in their eyebrows. They pull their freaking eyebrows out from nerves, from just absorbing all that energy because they don't know how to let it out. Find a release. It's not 100%, but at least you're letting some of it out. Okay? You're still going to feel it. I'm sorry, you're still going to feel it, but it's not as intense. I've had some people reach out and say that their creative side is coming to life, right? Things that they haven't done since they were younger, as far as painting and just creating tchotchkes or whatever, and they're so surprised that this is happening. I believe that the reason why people's creative side is starting to come out and they're paying attention to it and they're starting to do that, paint and make candles and all this stuff, is because it's the brain's way of keeping busy, to focus on that so you're not focusing as much on the energy around you. Although your ears may be ringing and you get that pressure in your head or whatever, okay? Your body feels it. But it's like a defense mechanism. The same thing with constantly being tired. Constantly being tired is the body's way of shutting down. It knows it needs to rest. It knows it needs to rest. And that's okay. It's just a way to keep you healthy and have the strength to go through the next shit that's going to hit. It's just a defense mechanism. But and being creative is great, right? You guys are making like beautiful things. But it helps. It helps divert. It definitely does. Anyway, just know that I'm always here. I, once again, deleted my Facebook. I get like that. I guess I just do. Sometimes things just become too much, or that's just me. But a lot of you know how to reach me. And I will do the best I can to make a video as soon as possible. Just know that I'm always here. I'm experiencing the same thing you guys are. I'm aware of it. Trust in God. He's got this. Okay? You're going to go through it. Growing pains, you're going to have to go through it. Just trust in God. And with that, I love you all. And blessings to every one of them. Stay positive as much as you can. Look at the beauty in everything, because it'll keep you in that space. Because as we start to manifest things, you want to manifest the good things, right? Stay away from any kind of negative people. I don't give a fuck who they are. Stay away. Stay away. Well, that's it. I love you guys, and I will see you back here soon.